Right. So I want to share something small from what I've learned this morning with you. In Akan dialect, we have a proverb that goes like, or something like that. So in English, you say the individual who is behind follows the footsteps of the one who is ahead or who is walking in front. If you are walking along a pathway and there's someone in front, he who is behind follows the footsteps of the one ahead. That is the proverbs in Akan dialect. So literally the meaning is because one person is ahead, the person who is ahead sees the dangers ahead and then definitely will alert the one behind. Even if you, the one behind, is not alerted, because you are also focused and following the path of the person ahead, you will try your best to walk the footsteps of the one ahead. If the person tries to walk in a particular manner and decides to change, you will see the leg moving and all that. So in case, for example, there is a gutter ahead that the individual ahead nearly stepped into, because maybe she didn't see it earlier or something, but was able to see it immediately before stepping and then draws back. Because you are behind and you were focused and looking ahead, you would see that the person nearly stepped into a gutter, and you coming from behind, you have gotten an experience from someone's own life. That's how I'll say it. So the wise person is the one who is able to learn from the mistakes of others, but not her own self or his own self. If you're a wise person, you learn from the mistakes of others so that you do not go and fall, because they say experience is the best teacher. You are the experienced person, you went through the thing and then you have experienced something. But somebody who is wise is the person who learns from the experience of someone else. Yes, that's basically what I'm trying to mean. So what I've learned today and I want to share so that you do not also fall into such trap is that, I just uprooted or harvested my cassava. I planted the cassava, I think last year, is it October? Somewhere, September, October, thereabouts. I've forgotten the exact month, but I'm sure it will be around that period. But I was busy, getting to the end of the year last year. I was busy, and then throughout till the beginning of the year, busy until, let me say, April. So I totally forgot about my garden. I used to pass in front of the garden when I'm entering my house, but because I was busy with other things, I couldn't really focus on the cassava. So this particular cassava, is supposed to mature in 6 months. That is the number of months that the cassava takes to mature. So, and because I was not following up, I wasn't really following up with the month. I did not write the month that I planted it out. So this is one step. One thing I want you all, if you want to go into farming, is that make sure you learn much about the plants you are planting. Okay, if it's tomatoes, if it is pepper, if it is, those ones are upper plants, so you are going to see it with your eyes that it has started sprouting. You started seeing the seeds, you see that it's ripening and all that, and therefore you can pluck them. But the ones that go down, like yam, cassava, and all those other things, potatoes, those that go down, you don't see it with your eyes. You should have much knowledge into it. The person who brought me this cassava did not tell me it was a 6-month cassava, and I did not really have much. Though I had planted one initially. A woman brought me some. Someone who sells cassava brought me some. I planted, and then I think I don't remember the exact month it took, and then I uprooted it, but it hadn't rotten. Yes, they were big. I distributed it to some of my friends. I think I don't really pound fufu. I don't eat fufu and all that too. I eat, but I don't really have the time to be pounding fufu and all that too. I think I got about 4 or 5, like 5 of the gatherings. I mean, the cassava that I grouped them into about 5 or so. It was a lot, and I shared one. I gave one part to my co-tenant here. I gave one part to my friend. I gave one part to another friend who I work in the same unit with, and then one to the woman that I used to buy fufu from. I went to also give her some. Yes, and one other person. So you see, it was a lot. That was the first time I planted cassava, because I was even thinking, hey, this cassava I'm planting, what use will it be of to me? Because I don't really eat cassava that much and all that. I don't have the time to be pounding and all that. So for the second time, I should have asked the man who bought. It was a lot. I didn't ask the number of months. It got matured, and because it's down and I'm not seeing with my eyes, and I wasn't really following the months, a lot got rotten. So one, know the number of months it takes for whatever plant you are planting. If it's yam, know the number of months. If it's cassava, know because there are types. Even maize, which is up, there are some that matures in 6 months, some 3 months, and all that. So the same way we have for cassava. For cassava, there are some that matures in a year, some 3 months, some 6 months. Some after 6 months, if you do not uproot, it will start rotting. Some after 6 months going, it matures. If you do not uproot, it will not get rotten. It will be down there for about a year. If you don't have the time, anytime you are free, you can go and uproot them. It will not get spoiled. And my soil too is hard. The land is very hard. So even when we are uprooting, we're finding difficulties and all that. So you must have more knowledge into the thing you are doing. In that manner, you will be able to really because you have a lot of knowledge, you'll be able to do things the right way. Now I have the wisdom, I have the knowledge, so I'm not sure this mistake is going to repeat again. But this is a question to you out there. If you want to begin a backyard garden or something, you want to plant cassava, because I sold what I got about half of a sack. They said 4 sacks is 2.7, that's in 270 Ghana cedis. If I had gotten a full sack, a full sack, then that was the money I was going to get. But it was about half or so, so it wasn't much. But at least I've had an experience, and there is a form of exercise for me. If I was to be somebody who eats cassava, or maybe I had my family here, then maybe I eat a lot of cassava, I wouldn't have sold it. I wouldn't have sold it out to someone who sells cassava. I would have just eaten it here myself with my family. So it's an experience. Yes, I'm going to be a very great Ghanaian farmer in the future. So watch out for me. I'm going to be because as time goes on, I keep learning and learning. So I'm getting knowledge into farming. So I'm going to be a very great farmer. But you watching me, please don't make my mistakes, okay? I have they call this thing what's the name? Ayoyo. I don't know if that's a Ghanaian, that's the name. Ayoyo. It's a green green leafy vegetable kind of. People use it for a lot of things. I learned it can be used for soups, stews. Even I have spinach here. I do not plug them and all that. It's a whole lot. Like I said, I'm still learning, so I'll get better. I'll keep getting better and getting better. So the man who came to uproot my cassava told me the things I can use the ayoyo to do, apart from putting it in okra soup. I can even use it with kontomire, the cocoyam leaves. Yeah, make a lot of. I can get a lot of benefit, and then because it's green leafy, iron and all the other benefits we can get from some green leafy vegetables. Yeah, so I'm still learning. So today is a happy day for me, because finally I've uprooted this cassava. Long way overdue for harvest. It's a happy day for me because now you can see all the cassava is gone now. Yeah, so it's the garden is free. So on Tuesday, the man will come and weed for me. Then I'll have the land to be able to decide the other plants that I want to add. I already have pepper and all that, tomatoes and all those things, garden eggs and all that. So on Tuesday, early in the morning, before I go to work, I'll give him the key and then he'll weed for me. And I'll continue from there. I'm going to plant another cassava, but that one is going to be the type I learned. This one I planted was the red cassava. They have the white one. The white one, after 6 months going, it's matured. You can harvest, but if you do not harvest, it will not get rotten. So that is the type that I'm going to plant. That's the next cassava I'm going to plant. Now I'm going to be diligent. I'll write the date down, the date that they are going to be planted down, and then follow up. I'm going to be very diligent. I'm going to be cautious, and yes, I'm going to make sure that I really, because anything that you put your energy into, you have to be serious about it. I push money into it. Even the people who weed, I pay them. If someone comes to weed, I pay for weeding and all that. So at least I need to benefit from the cost that I'm putting into this thing. So I'm learning, I'm getting knowledge, I'm getting wisdom, I'm getting experience for life, in all aspects of my life. So it's all good. It's a form of exercise for me, and yeah, so I'm learning a lot, and I'm happy about the person I'm going into. Yeah, because my father was a farmer, a hunter, a nurse, an anesthetist, a fisherman, let me say so. He used to rear sheep and pig as well. He was very innovative. Yeah, so I think I'm learning from him. I have the traits in me. I'm going to be a very industrious person. I believe so. Yes. All right. So happy Sunday. Enjoy your day, and we shall meet again. This is the series of Toby. Yeah. All right. Bye bye.